Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Gerri Riddiough, and I'm joined today by Alex Murray, who's from Southwestern Herts. Is that right? Southwest
Good
Herts
afternoon.
District in Link for Growth. So say hi, Alex, and correct my immediate mistake there, will you?
Yeah, good afternoon, Jerry. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Southwest Arts Community TV for anyone who didn't know. Jerry is helping me host this today, so regular host Carol is on the way back from a Link for Growth event, so couldn't make it today, so kindly Jerry help step in. It's been a busy week for both of us, and if you don't mind, Jerry, do you mind if I just tell the viewers what's been going on in the district?
Absolutely, Alex. Yeah, you can just tell us where you've been in the last week, because obviously it's a full week since you've been last on here. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, we started on Monday with the launch of Link for Curry. It was a brilliant event. We had 10 people. It was in a local Indian restaurant called the Sizzler. They did a £10.95 set menu, so it included a starter, a main course, a vegetable dish, a rice or a naan, and a tea or coffee, sorry. And because there was a few of us, they included a free drink as well, a kind of after the drink, so the Baileys, someone had a flaming sambuca, a few people had Irish coffees. So it was a really good event. They got into the spirit and found why it was beneficial for them to get involved. And great, and also it was really good that we had some new people there. Three people hadn't been to a Link for Growth event before, so we had a chance to talk to them around a round table. So it was easy for people to talk to each other where we didn't have to kind of a long straight table. It was a round table, so it's easy to talk. And it was a really good evening. There's a lot of photos going around in the Google Plus community, so I haven't had a chance to see it. I'd encourage you to have a look at that. And then I've asked to book the table again and the private room for a date in on November. Just got to work out the date. So when they get back to me and they give me the okay, I'll put it all on Eventbrite. I'll be doing the same again and looking to get 15, 16 people around two round tables this time. But it was a really good event and getting some feedback. Pardon?
So it sounds fab, and for that price as well. So let me just get this right. There were three people that came to the event that haven't been to one previously. Now, is that because they particularly liked curry, or because the time slot it was on, or was there any? Or they just found out about Link for Growth? Just wondering.
I'm not sure. We didn't ask them about that, and
I just wondered.
it was. I mean, it's something I should have done. We'll consider that because it's a new time slot on Monday night. It's a new event, and I know that one person was a friend of a friend, so it kind of maybe it's the passing down of the message. But I mean, we've got all the details. All the details are now on the system, so they'll be getting email reminders, and a few of them are interested in helping out in some events in other parts of the district. So it was a really good evening.
Fantastic, sounds it.
Yeah, and then yesterday, it was Thursday yesterday, I had a nightmare yesterday. We had the Link for Coffee event in the Mercure, but I was explaining to two people that this event happens every second Thursday, and I always said Tuesday, but twice I had to go. I went, the Link for Coffee is here every second Tuesday, and someone said, no, it's not, it's Thursday. I did that twice. I don't know what's wrong. Something just happened where I just couldn't. I think Thursday, say Tuesday, but it was again a brilliant event. It was quite a weird event where we had a lot of people regarding to the health industry. So there was a couple of Catherine Baldwin from the Michael Green Foundation who are talking about type 2 diabetes were there. We had someone from Arbonne talk about skincare, beauty products.
Yeah.
Someone who was involved with kind of skincare, beauty products, again, kind of skin regenerators and stuff. So we had a long conversation about beauty products and stuff like that. And it was quite an interesting, focused conversation about one key issue.
Yeah, it's particularly good range, that though, isn't it? The Arbonne, all the natural products that are good for us. I think we won't. A lot of things aren't that we get directed to using, and there's a number of suppliers of products springing up. Yes, fab. You're good.
Yeah, and then apart from Link for Growth, I've done a couple of other things. On last Saturday, I popped into the Watford Women's Centre, and they have just hung up all the photos from their competition they've run. Mine is up there on the wall, so I had a quick photo with my photo, and it was quite nice. And some of the photos look really good, and they're talking to the building owners. So if anyone took a picture of a building, they're looking to speak to those particular people, including people like the YMCA, and say, our photo is on the wall, your building has won the competition, would you like to come down and maybe buy the photo? And that buying the photo, part of the commission, the Women's Centre will take a commission from the photo, and that will help the charity raise some money. So it was a really good way of raising money for the charity and seeing what they can do for what we can do for them. So if you're interested into art, go and have a quick look at the Women's Centre's store and find out what they've got, what pictures they've got going on.
Yeah, didn't you suggest to somebody else that they could do the same as well this week? So looking sort of duplicating that in for other businesses, other areas.
But yeah, possibly it's been one of them weeks where I can't remember what I've done, to be fair. And then this morning I was at another business networking event, which isn't a Link for Growth event. It's not. It's got similar ethics to Link for Growth, about helping people first. But rather than just going there, and I always talk about Link for Growth there, but I see that as a really good way of meeting other people that I can get to know and trust. So then I can help them. So, and I can help them, and I can help people in Link for Growth, because I'm meeting so many more people now. And if they say to me, I'm looking for this type of person, I can say, oh, I know this person. And just because they've not been to Link for Growth, I can say, I know someone who's interested in meeting you for business. Would you like to come on to an event? And that's a way of bringing them in with a guarantee of a potential business. And that's, for some people, that's the reason why they come to Link for Growth.
Yeah, I agree with that. There was a lady I was speaking to a few weeks ago, and she said she wanted to set up her own arts and crafts design type. She makes furniture, but she tends to give it away because she enjoys doing it, but she'd like to turn it into a business. And there's a lady who runs a business like that, but she said she wouldn't feel comfortable just walking in and saying, give me all your secrets, tell me what you do. But I dare say the other lady would be quite happy to help. So I said exactly that to her for the next event, and give her an invite, and then just sit and have a chat informally. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I've always found it takes someone you have to press the button for someone to come to Link for Growth. And if you just say, come along to this, some people may come, but some people may go, I don't know why I'm going. But if you can give a person a reason why they're going, because they're going to meet someone who can help them, because they can meet someone who will help them, or you can help someone, it gives them a reason to go, and they're more likely to come. Therefore, if you just say come to an event, they may not know what they're going to, why they're going to be there.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yep. Is there anywhere else?
No, it's been a busy week, but that's just about it for this week. I mean, there's a lot of local news if we can have some time to talk about local news.
Yeah, I was just coming to that.
I can host this my own, it'll be fine.
Do you want me to disappear?
No, you need another face. I mean, you're the good looks in the face. I'm just the mug here. No one wants to do this for me, to be fair. Everyone wants to do this for Carol. It's fine. They see me all the time.
Right. What's your local news then?
I mean, it's quite an interesting story I picked up from the local paper. It's the cost. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, Watford is running a big events campaign, and in June, July had the Imagine Festival, and the cost of those two programs came up at £220,000, which for some people may be a lot of money for the council investing in. And I want to see if we can start a debate and a chat and a conversation about whether that is a good use of the money, because they're good events, but each £220,000 better spent in other parts of the community. So what I'm going to do is post a link to the article from the Watford Observer so other people can read it, and let's see if we can get a conversation going in the Google Plus community about whether this is a good way of using money, and see if we can get different sides of the opinion, whether some people think it was and here's the reason why, if some people think it wasn't and this is how we can spend the money. Because a local Labour councillor said it wasn't a good idea, but he didn't say why it was. And I was like, you can't say something's a good idea without saying why and what you would do instead.
Right. Okay.
So I'm going to use that as a kind of conversation point for the Google Plus community and and see if we can encourage conversation about how we'd have used this money if we wouldn't have done this, and if we would have done this, why we thought it was a good idea.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Been talking to the Michael Green Foundation this week, and they've got a lot of news. They came to the coffee, as I mentioned earlier, it was yesterday, so that's Thursday. It's been one of them weeks. It's been awful. I've not known what day it is. But no, I saw them yesterday, and they've got a lot of news. As you know, end of this month they've got a supper quiz, which I'm going to be at. So it should be a supper quiz.
Supper quiz, right?
So a 3-course meal followed by a quiz, a raffle, and an auction. So lots of ways of helping the charity. But they're also producing a brochure for local companies to buy and advertise their products. And this is a great way for local companies to not only get themselves more known in the local area, but also help a local charity who, as there's 3 people running the charity. There's a financial person, a kind of day-to-day person, and Joanne Green, who's the founder. So they're the only three people involved. So the more help we can give them, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think certainly from my point of view, I've heard quite a lot about them in the last week. I think I've heard you talk about them before, and Chris mentioned them as well. But there's a lot going on down there, isn't there, to help the Michael Green Foundation? And you said it's type 2 diabetes that they're
they're looking to kind of pardon?
So is that the right word? I said the support people with diabetes type 2.
Yeah, they look to highlight awareness of the symptoms of type 2 diabetes, make people aware that these are the symptoms. If you're suffering this, go and get yourself tested. And speaking about that, they've got on the 15th of November, they're going to bring the Diabetes UK Roadshow bus to Watford, and so you can get some expert advice from diabetes specialists. And this is going to be sponsored by the Dorothy Cornwall, the Mayor of Watford. So it's a great way of not being tested, but I believe they're going to be lifestyle tests. You can find out about the kind of how your lifestyle and whether that's putting you at risk with type 2 diabetes or not.
Right, okay, so obviously by you supporting them and helping them fundraise, but also this is a much bigger picture, isn't it? Because you're then communicating that back out to community for wellness for individuals as well. So it's like a two-pronged attack.
Yeah, I mean, we're helping a charity, and we're also helping, by helping the charity, we're helping individuals look after themselves. So we're helping the charity directly, but indirectly we're helping everyone in the area be more aware of their own health. And if you want to know more about the symptoms of type 2 diabetes, they've just produced a short, I believe it's 45-second video about the symptoms and just signs of symptoms, and it's a good way of just being aware of what the symptoms are. So it's on their YouTube page, and it's all more information about them and how to get in contact with them is all on the website, which I'll put a link to under this and when we post this live. So that's a great collaboration we're doing with the local charity. We're always looking to meet more local charities because we can do this with every single charity in the area. So if you're watching this and you know of a local charity,
I agree.
Let's get involved.
For me, it's a case of I spoke about this before, about the donations, that getting people, if they're spending the money anyway, let's get them spending it locally. And when I did some figures based on, I actually thought I was contributing £20 a month to various charities, and I just looked, if I switched that, and if other people did 25% of this relatively small area that I live in, Redcar and North Yorkshire, that contribution, or the way we've moved the money, a quarter of people, if they did that, £20 a month, that's £4 million back into local charities here. When I actually sat down and thought about it, I didn't pay £20 in, I paid 40 a month, so that's £8 million be coming back into local charities. That's life-changing money, life-changing money, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what could you do with, I know they were saying they just did their accounts, but if you can take some of that money that we give to national charities and give it more to them, they benefit more from it, and we would then see the results easier because they're based in the local area, so they get more influential in the area we know and the people we know, and that's
and they're helping more people.
Pardon?
They're then helping more people.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, there's a few. If you're interested in local history, there's a few things going on this weekend. The West Watford Local History Group have a World War I exhibition coming up this weekend on Saturday and Sunday between 2 and 5, and you can find out about how Watford was affected by the war. And I believe they have some records, so you can find out about your ancestors if they were from West Watford, how they were affected by the war. Did they go and fight in the war? And so it's a great way of just finding out about how our town is connected to the war, and that would be quite an interesting thing to have a look at.
I think it will. That's something where in the past I would have gone, yawn, boring, not interested. I was never very fascinated by history, and now I am, because I'm learning a lot about what's happened, obviously, in major events over however many generations ago. But yeah, that'd be something I'd be interested to know more about now.
Yeah, and then piggybacking off back of that, tomorrow, if you want to, before that, tomorrow, if you're interested in architecture in Watford and finding throughout the history of the buildings, because the photo competition the Women's Centre ran highlighted there is some brilliant architecture in Watford. So if you're interested, the Watford Museum tomorrow are having a Victorian architectural walk. So walking up the High Street, I believe, and talking about these are the buildings, this is the history behind them. So a great way to learn about the buildings, what they were before they became Boots the Chemist or Yates's Bar or whatever building it may be. So that's at the Watford Museum. I believe it's 12 to 1:30. So it's a great way of finding about the history of our town and what each building was before it became what it is now.
Right, brilliant. Is there anything else locally?
Yeah, just one more thing. If you're not a history fan, if you fancy a party, if you want to go up to the pond at the top end of the High Street tomorrow, there's going to be a party at the pond between 2:30 and 9 all afternoon. They're building up the structure today. There's going to be some local bands, some DJs, and it'd be great, the kind of party atmosphere, celebrating the back end of summer and the beginning of kind of autumn. So a great little party at the pond tomorrow.
Sounds good. That's only recently been put there, hasn't it? The pond.
Yeah, the pond reopened.
Thing.
Yeah, it was there before. It was there before, and it just kind of it was run down. It needed a refurb. So, start of this year, there was as part of a whole refurb of the top end of the town, they put 4.8 million into refurbing that whole part, including the pond, and opened June, July, and it looks really good now. It's got a nice modern feel to it.
Yeah, it's about things like that that have been done in the area that do make them a little bit better. To spend time down and promote them back. Get people going down there, and it's a little bit like what's happened up here with the regeneration of our seafront. Yeah, but get out there and enjoy it.
Yeah, but that's it. Local news wise, I mean, a lot has happened. Pardon?
Yeah, that's it for local.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot also happening within Lincoln Grove that affects you can get involved with. So, I mean, the cookbook, for anyone who doesn't know, is still ticking over. We're looking for about 100 recipes by the end of the year to put into a cookbook, hopefully for Christmas. So if anyone has a recipe they want to put in the cookbook, go onto the forum and I can flag up the post that you need to at the end of this. So it'll be a great way to
put that on this post, couldn't you?
Yeah, I'll share that out after this, and a great way of finding out about health. All the recipes are going to be healthy eating recipes, and just sharing ideas. And another link for a book that's not only helps people eat good healthy food, but also produces revenue for Link Growth, which isn't the aim of Link Growth, but is needed to be able to do what we want and help we build communities.
Yes, yeah, and then ultimately it'll be run as a cooperative. So the money that is made or contributed from subscriptions will go back into causes in the community. So yeah. Cool. Anything else for people?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the Link for Growth. What if we knew your book is out now? It's out on Kindle at £5, Amazon at £12. I should have copies, and the event hosts should have copies in the next coming weeks. And so, when I know, I will announce on this show. But hopefully, in a few weeks, we'll be able to buy the books at the event for £8. So that'd be a great way of, if you're not really sure what Link for Growth is doing or why it's here, it'd be a great way of finding out what it is trying to do. So that's the book, and then got a few events next week. If you don't mind, just giving everyone a chance to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of live events, we've got the Coffee in Croxley on Tuesday, which is in the Watford Business Park, the Rising Sun pub. So it should be a great event. I'm not particularly sure who's going to be there yet, but I'm going to promote it over the weekend, and it should be a good event. And then on Thursday we have Link for Drinks in the Moon Underwater pub. Diane Richardson, first time hosting the event, so we should everyone come along there and support Diane. Diane being from the Women's Centre, so it's a great way of meeting her, finding out what the Women's Centre do, and also supporting the new Link for Growth community host. So that should be a good event. And as well as that, we've got some training coming up this week. We've got 3 training workshops this week. So Link for Growth just doesn't run on offline events; they also hold online training for all the social media platforms. So on Monday we've got a Google Plus workshop. So if you just hear from me or the host that Google Plus is the thing to be on, but don't know why you need to be on it, go on. This training's for you, so you can find out what it's all about, how you can go about doing it, and why and how Link Growth are using it and effectively. So that's for Google Plus on Monday. On Tuesday we have a
Facebook. Mention with that one, Alex.
Pardon?
Just mention with that one with Google Plus. it was mentioned to me about when I was first on board, February, March time. You should really do Google Plus. And oh no, because it doesn't work like that. You see, I won't ever need that. I'm a mortgage advisor. I go out and see customers. Until obviously then this sort of came along and changed, and my life started going in a different direction. And now we're hosting these hangouts on a weekly basis with more to come. So I just think it's you never know what opportunities come up following when you make a decision to do something different.
Because we always promote these things, and it's essential to have something backed up. So we don't just say go on this, and if people don't understand, this can complement what we say by saying if you have problems or if you're not sure why you should be on there, go and have a look at this training. It's £25 for non-subscribers, £15 to subscribe. So there's an immediate benefit if you subscribe to Link Growth for £3 a month. And as well as that, on Thursday, we have some Facebook training for business pages. So that's a great way of finding out how you as a business can benefit from Facebook. So I went on that a couple of months ago, and it's brilliant. So if you run a business page, you should really be going to that again, so you know how to set your page up so you can found. If you're looking at adverts and you're confused about them, so you can target areas and you can type in keywords. So the relevant people.
Events, that sort of thing as well. Yeah. I must admit, it was really good to see last time when I went on that training. You could see the people that had attended it started implementing those changes on their own Facebook pages, and within hours of doing the workshop, because they could absolutely see the benefit in it. So it's very worthwhile, that one.
Yeah, and then I think this may be a new one, not 100% sure, but on Friday we've got a Twitter Back to Basics training, and from what I've been told, it seems very much, rather than kind of Hootsuite and Twitter, this is more focusing on Twitter itself. So great way of finding about if you're confused about Twitter, tweeting, hashtags, all those things. Have a look at the training. That's on Friday, and a great way to find out about Twitter and what it's all about.
Yeah, there's about 16 different reasons to use Twitter, I think we said, and we probably don't really know more than one of them. Just had a few breakfast or whatever, but we share a lot of our events on there, don't we? And use it quite a bit, but I certainly know there's a lot more than I need to learn from them. Yeah.
But all the information for all the training events is on the Link Growth website, which is linkgrowth.biz. So if you Google that and search for that, you'll be able to find all the information there. But no, that's me done this week. Quite a short one.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, we're just the Microgreen Foundation comments saying thanks to the plug, but no, thanks to you guys for getting involved and helping Link Growth, and there's a good collaboration there and more to come in the future. But I want to say thanks to Gerri for coming on this week. I know regular host Carol is coming down from Newcastle, where she was at an event last night, so pleasure having you on, Gerri.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I'll pop up to say bye-bye and see you as and when. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Gerri. Speak to you again next week, guys.
Cheers. Bye.